at it again.
Yeah. Burr, 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 burr. Special edition.
Gunshots.
Just me and it's just all killer, no filler. It's me and your boy Max Fortune tonight. Jake is not here. He went home to Mecca, aka Minneapolis. Touched the wall with the first target.
That's right.
He's having a nice experience.
First bullseye. Dylan, are you there? We are having connection issues right off the bat, but we will power through here.
Yeah.
I think it's when it's just you and I, our connection's more fucked up. I think Jake was the only thing holding our connection together.
Jake is the technological glue of the podcast.
Yeah, I think our streams stream through his phone and get beamed out to us. But yeah, Jake's gone. He's in Minneapolis doing who knows what. Going home. But I don't get Jake because then he'll like text us wanting to know what's going on in Portland. I'm like, dude, you've been gone for 3 days. Does it matter what's going on here? Nothing's going on. He thinks he's like an independent journalist now, so he needs to like keep an ear to the grind stuff, like ear to the streets on what's going on. It's like it's just the same old shit. It's been going on for the last 90 days. I don't know.
He's got to check his sources. He's like, yo, I got a couple CIs in Portland.
I got to check with a couple guys that don't leave the house except to go to work.
Let me check with 2 dudes that have their finger not on the pulse of what's happening.
When's the last time you've been downtown, Dylan?
The last time I've been downtown,
or you were downtown?
Fuck, it's been a minute. Probably like, geez, I don't even know. Last year.
Really, you haven't been
some like
in 2020. You have not been downtown, not even to do stand up.
No, I'm so stupid. Like, definitely, I would say March, like doing the kickstand open mic or something.
Yeah,
that's
Did
just
you
how,
do
that's
any
how
of the
fucking
marches?
Crazy these last 6 months have been. No, I wasn't present for any of those.
Is that because you don't support the movement?
No, that's not it. I live with my grandma, so I play.
She doesn't support the movement. I get it.
card,
Okay, I get it. Older generation, they might not be too into what's going on right now.
Yeah.
RNC's going on right now. They're kind of stuck in their ways.
Oh, God. No, my grandma's for the movement, man. Bowel movements, all sorts of movements. She's pro-movement.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't gone either to any of the marches. I'll admit that. But it's not for lack of... I guess I don't know. I don't know why I don't go. I've walked by them going the other way. Gone against the stream like a salmon.
You're like a counter marcher. You're like, I'm marching to Plaid Pantry right now.
Yeah.
Gonna go support some Plaid Pantry sandwiches and a Snapple 32 ounce.
That's right. I see a better future, and it's me with a Coke Zero. So that's the future I'm fighting for.
You're just chanting out Coke Zero the whole time in your head.
What do we want? A 20-ounce Coke Zero. When do we want it? Now.
In 5 to 10 minutes. What do we want? A bag of pretzels. That's always weird, like when you have like the random craving. Like when you walk into a convenience store to get your snack game on, like what percentage is the outcome predetermined? Or do you know exactly what you're gonna get and just grab that, or do you like browse the selection at all?
No, I go in with a mission. Sometimes I'm like a little too zealous with my mission. Like, oh yeah, they'll have I'm gonna get a bag of salt and vinegar chips and like Tylenol extra strength.
Okay, yeah.
But they won't have like the weird thing that I want there. I'll like ask the guy who's working there and they're like, hey, do you have a Tylenol PM extra strength? He's like, no. We have this like 20-year-old Advil. That's it.
Yeah. We've got Tylenol. Just that's yeah. Excuse me, man. Do you have the pseudoephedrine version of this? I want that real shit. Yeah, I appreciate that. Going in, knowing exactly what you want, strong game plan. I'd say I'm about 80-20, like game plan. Like walking in there, I know what I want, but then it'll also be like, what happens? Like, oh shit, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll pick something out.
Yeah, let's see where the night takes us here.
You're like, oh shit, I fucking forgot about sunflower seeds. I didn't even realize those were a thing.
Oh, really? Yeah. When you fall back in love with sunflower seeds, that's a beautiful moment. Like every 3 years, I'll have like a 2-month sunflower seed phase, but they just fuck up your mouth too much. Then you got to put them down. You got to give them up.
Well, dude, honestly, I was just I said sunflower seeds because it was the only thing I could think of. I've never been. I was never able to figure sunflower seeds out. I'm that stupid.
Oh yeah, like just you could never put a pouch of them up in your upper lip and spit them out.
Yeah, and then spit it. Like I ended up just sucking the salt off them and spitting the whole seed out.
Yeah, just a good salt lick for you. Just a couple thousand milligrams of sodium for you.
Well, yeah, that's I wouldn't I couldn't even make it through a whole bag. That would just
doing it that way. You'll get pretty dehydrated pretty quick.
Yeah, that's not the. And so yeah, I was just sunflower seeds it's not my go-to, but I just thought of it on the spot.
Hey, speaking of trips to the convenience store, this actually happened to me yesterday. I went to Walgreens out here, 4 blocks from my house, and I'm just walking in, and everyone has a mask on inside, and I see this old guy with a mask, and he looks very familiar. So I stare, I'm staring at him, and he kind of gives me a look back, but I could have sworn it was Ron Wyden, the senator from Oregon. You know who that is?
Yeah, I know who Ron Wyden is.
Yeah, well, okay. I could have sworn it was him, but I couldn't tell because he was wearing a mask, So he passes me in the aisle, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was Ron Wyden. So then I'm going back through the whole store looking for this guy, Yeah. And I knew he was wearing green pants, so that was weird. It was kind of stood out.
That's a red flag. Green pants.
Right. But I couldn't find. He disappeared, and it's not a big Walgreens, so I just got my stuff and waited in line.
Plus, Walgreens has those mirrors at the end, on the top.
Oh, down. Oh, I didn't know that. I should have checked those.
Yeah.
But I got to the checkout, and I asked the checkout lady, "Hey, it was did you see an old guy in green pants come in here?" And she was like, "Oh, you mean the senator?" I was like, "Yeah."
Nice.
So it was him. He was just walking around in a Walgreens.
Shit. Good man, a man of the people out there, just going to pharmacies and shit.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing, but then I went outside and there was a guy selling the street roots right outside the door.
Oh yeah, man.
And so I asked him, "Hey, did the guy in green pants come up and buy street roots from you 5 minutes ago?" And he's like, "Nah, man, no one's bought shit from me for a half hour."
Yeah.
So
you were Ron Wyden's out there just buying shit from every street roots vendor.
I don't know. I feel like when you're a senator and you're in your home state, you got to throw the homeless people a few bucks, everyone.
No doubt. Yeah, especially you're more a progressive senator.
Exactly.
That'd have been funny. If you weren't sure if it was him, so you just start talking about progressive policies in the aisle to see if he looks.
Yeah.
You're
right. Yeah.
You're oh man, dude, you missed a golden opportunity because you were at Walgreens. You could have been man, my prescription medication sure is expensive. Looking over at you're an inhaler, $600 for this basic need.
What do you mean I'm out of network?
Yeah,
this is a Walgreens.
Yeah. Dude, well, now you know where the senator shops, where he lays his head.
Yeah, he must live around here. He must live in my hood. I don't know where, but
yeah. You should be you're hey man, I appreciate you being on vacation right now while we're in a pandemic.
Right, exactly. Hey, how about you get back to Washington and get me another check here?
Yeah.
Dying.
Hey, Yeah, you should have been like, oh man, I wish I could afford $1,200 worth of gummy bears.
You know, it would be great right now if I wasn't starving due to lack of $1,200.
If only I had a one-time payment of $1,200, all my woes would be cured.
Yeah,
dude. Now, we gotta record a bunch of podcasts, put on a thumb drive, and give it to him. Next time. Just
slip it to him. See if he.
Yeah, just be like, yo, here's the pod. Ron Wyden approved.
He's the senator who's big into privacy, like privacy when it comes to technology. Like, he knew all about the NSA spying before that Snowden broke it. But he can't say anything because he's like sworn to secrecy as a, senator in the United States Senate. Yeah, so he knows all about, he probably knows all the shit our phones are doing right now, spying on us, Googling stuff for us. I was going to ask him about that, but
he knows all that shit, and then he's just like, he's got all that shit in his head, and he's also going to fucking Walgreens to get like some fucking, what was he getting, like some Dr. Scholl insoles or some shit?
I have no idea.
That'd be like he's buying Magnum condoms. Like, what's up? Damn, that's crazy. Just a senator walking past a homeless person. That's a nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess senators
spot.
have to walk by homeless people, but I just assume that, I guess homeless people don't recognize senators as much as normal people. I don't know. Maybe I'm out of line there. So they can kind of skate by. Like, maybe they don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
They don't recognize. They don't recognize warm homes, let alone senators. That might as well be an abstract concept.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's my story for the week. That's
nice. That's huge.
Big story. That's big quarantine story. To see someone, a famous person, in public, that's crazy.
And especially like at a time like. That's like we're seeing like a politician is more relevant than it would have been like other times, like.
Yeah, it's an election year,
like,
so it's big.
Seeing a senator now, like that's like seeing, it's like seeing Heath Ledger like before fucking The Dark Knight premiered, like just right before, like, oh, shit, you're going to be in that thing coming up. It's a great analogy, perfect analogy. I killed it. It's just what I do. I'm just comedic mastermind,
You're killing it like Heath Ledger over there, man.
Oh, there you go. Aiming it towards myself, man. So, dude. So at my work, the CEO of the company had scheduled to come in and speak with staff members, and it was
Mr. Seasons.
Yeah, Mr. Seasons himself was gonna come in. All four of them, man.
Spring's here. Spring's gonna bring up summer here in a minute. Winter's closing it out.
Yeah, that's all. The winter is the headliner of the year. It really is.
But actually, it would be a whole new season if we're going by the name. It would just be a whole new season, like Saul or Sumall.
Sumall, I like that. Spring and fall together. That'd be perfect.
Anyways, I'm making.
If you could just get like the two most mild, spring and fall together.
Sprawl.
But yeah, the CEO was going to come in, and a bunch of like one coworker had set up a petition online to bring back hazard pay that's got over 7,000 signatures. Okay, and like they were going to present that and whatever, and the dude just no-showed. It was just the day of. He was like, "Oh man, I had another meeting pop up."
So were you guys going to present him with the list of names, like with the petition? Is that what was going down?
Some people were. I wasn't there. I wasn't gonna go. It was on my day off. I wasn't gonna go talk to this dude.
Yeah,
Jeez, I sound like a real piece. I sound like a real piece of shit. This podcast, like, yeah, I didn't go out in the streets. I'm not gonna go talk to the CEO of my company. I'm just a centrist cuck, man. But yeah, he was gonna come in, and then I think once he realized that they had a bunch of people had prepared questions specifically for him. He was just like, I don't. Yeah,
he's ducking it.
And so he's
ducking you guys.
Ducked it hard.
Damn,
hard.
Is he from here?
Yeah,
or is this guy? Or are they flying him in from like corporate?
No, well, like I mean, like he's like based out of Portland.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I don't know where the dude's from originally, but he lives here in Portland.
Probably
when he's
bunks
not
with Ron
vacationing.
Wyden.
Yeah, man, he's shopping at Walgreens and shit. But yeah, but he didn't show up, and so that was it's a way to win respect from the people in your company is just ghost them.
It's a tough time for CEOs right now. They're getting asked a lot of hard questions, man.
Yeah.
Like, how are you making more money during this pandemic?
Yeah.
Well, we're all starving. Like, oh, I don't know.
Well, it's crazy how that happens.
Yeah, it's just
man.
luck. It takes a lot of luck.
It's rough out here. Yeah. I step over homeless people 1 foot at a time, just like you. So we're all human. But yeah, that was just. Of course, there were some people were going to be asking. One question that was prepared was, have you considered redistributing any of your personal wealth?
Oh, wow.
So your employees. And it's like, look, I respect wanting to ask the dude that question. And that's a good question to ask. But it's just like, the answer to that is fuck no.
Yeah, that's a tough question to answer because, the answer is fuck no, never in a million years. Go fuck yourself, but you can't say that when you're Mr. New Seasons. So having to answer those obvious questions delicately. That I feel like that's why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, you get paid the big bucks because every now and again you got to put on the locally sourced petroleum jelly on your dick to fuck them in the ass. You
guys sell that now?
But it's gonna be all locally sourced. It's gonna be smooth. He's gonna be gentle. He's got charismatic, but it's going in your butt. And
right.
It's happening.
It's gonna go in smooth, but it's still gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But dude, there was a lady in the store who had to get talked to multiple times to put her mask back on.
Okay.
It was coming off. And this woman was in the bulk aisle, on the overhead bulk bins.
Right.
There's how there's the trays under them to catch any excess spillage or whatever.
Yeah. Spill bulk.
This lady was going in, digging out all the nuts from the spill jar or whatever, and just putting them in a bag and then walking around just eating nuts
without a mask.
Without a mask. Look, all the mask issue shit beyond that. Just the rummaging through the random assortment of bulk overflow nut, I would have looked down on you before the pandemic.
Yeah, that's wrong pre-COVID, man. You can't do that.
That's some shit. You see someone doing that and you're like, yo, this person's fucking wild, man. This.
Why didn't she just take it out of the bulk thing? Why even go through the trouble of scooping it out of the spill tray?
Because she's like, I didn't want it to go to waste.
Oh.
I didn't want it to go to waste. And it's like, bitch, put your mask on.
Is this a well-to-do lady, would you say?
Yeah, that was from looking at her, wouldn't, you would not be, scrounging in the bulk aisle. You wouldn't think it. Judging that book by its cover, nah. But
so
just
did she
walking around
eventually
eating random nuts.
Did she eventually put a mask on?
Yeah, she put her mask on, and then she was just walking around we were all just she was going up the produce, picking shit up, just looking at it, just very just oblivious to everything. It was gnarly.
What do you think of the people that wear the mask but not over their nose?
Fucking idiots.
Is it the same? Because that's not doing anything, right? The virus still comes out of your nose, but maybe because your nose is facing down, it doesn't spread as much? Or maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know.
Ultimately, your nose, the pathway from your nose to your lungs is direct. So that's... I think, ultimately, just, masks, tend to fall down. That's just as... since I have to wear one 8 hours a day when I work, it's... you just have to you have to get a setup to have it to where it's just comfortably over your fucking nose. Carmelo Anthony, his face mask that he wears in the press conferences in Orlando, you can see the tip of his nostrils coming out over the mask every time.
Oh, really? Oh, that's like nose cleavage, man. He's showing a little, a
dude,
little nostril there.
Underboob. Yeah, the nostril. It's like the underboob of the face, man.
Right.
Like, the nostrils
like the
become
underboob
underboob.
would be the chin, though. Right?
But no, but like given the like technically yes, but given the context of the danger associated with your nose, like your nose has to be covered with all this.
Right.
So like your chin doesn't have to like, I mean, your chin will be, but like your nose has to be covered. So it's the act of just seeing something that's supposed to be covered.
Sure.
Boom, underboob.
I'd say, okay, tell me what you think of this.
Minus any excitement.
Tell me what you think of this. I'd say the nostrils are like your nipples, and then the mouth is like, the full bush. If we're going for that analogy. If it's like the swimsuit analogy. Like, you can have a little nostril slip, no big deal. But if the whole kit and caboodle comes out downtown, then, we got some blurring to do.
Yeah.
On prime time.
Yeah, like, if the mask slips off, like, it's the Janet Jackson nipple thing, like, it's, like, people are like, oh, hey, fix that, and then, but I would agree with that, because, if you're seeing someone's full mouth, like, that's
like a gaping asshole.
Exactly. Gaping. 100% just, a fist was just gone, and it's... The mouth is, in 2020, seeing a mouth is the exact same as seeing a gaping asshole.
Yeah.
You need to be, like, familiar with the person for it to be okay.
I feel like this is a bit here that Jake can steal for his next comedy show. I guess that one never came out, so, yeah. So no one will know that we've written, Dylan and I have written 80% of Jake's material post-COVID. Just
man.
But no one will know that because no one listens to this podcast, and
true.
Literally no one listens to the podcast that we don't release. So
definitely.
Our lips are sealed. But
No, but that's like, I haven't, like, it's weird, like, with my coworkers, like, I haven't seen any coworkers, like, full face in a while.
Not even in the break room? You don't?
Well, I guess, good point, yeah. I guess I'm being hyperbolic. I have, like, there is in the break room, but even then, it's like, it's quick. Like, you eat and then you put it back on.
Yeah. Are you guys eating inside?
In the break room, like, yeah.
I feel like I would go outside to eat, especially when the weather's nice. I don't know. I wouldn't feel safe.
Yeah. Like, I mean, a lot of people do. Like, there's a lot of people, like, going on walks, like, on your lunch break, like that. I mean, that was always like a certain amount of people were doing, but that's much more popular now. Yeah. Like, a lot of my work is just like, it's like a controlled panic attack at times. Like, it's just like, I'm going in the back room, and that's it.
Have you been tested?
No.
Can we get a test? Is that like a thing? Because I know Jake was talking about, like, hey, I'm going to go down to the expo center and try to get a test. I don't know if he ever did or how easy that is to do.
I've just been, like, so easily deterred because they're like, if you're not showing symptoms, we're not going to give you one.
Oh, okay. So it's still like you got to be
like
coughing, have a fever, things like that.
But I don't know. I probably should. Like, I'd want to.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if it came back like you already had the antibodies? You could just.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the new. Yeah, that's like that's the Tickle Me Elmo of 2020, is the COVID antibodies. That's like what we would want more than anything else, right?
Right, yeah, that's all I want for Christmas. That's what kids are going to be asking for Christmas this year. It's like, Mommy, please, just give me the COVID antibodies so I can go back to school.
Now that every kid is homeschooled, like, what's the long-term effects of that? Just a bunch of homeschool kids in mass.
A lot of bad open micers 15 years from now. A lot of bad open micers just trying to come out of their shell. It's gonna be an epidemic.
That's a good call. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Kids are just going to be homeschooled now, I think. There's going to be a whole it's weird. It's going to be weird if if it's only like a 4-year period of having to stay at home. So there's like one crop of kids that are homeschooled, but all the kids older than them and all the kids younger than them have social skills. But that like, that one cohort is just going to go through life not knowing how to talk to each other. It's going to be strange.
That's like, that's hilarious. Definitely.
Maybe there'll be like a couple Bill Gates in there, couple Steve Jobs or whoever, antisocial geniuses or whatever, just psychos.
Yeah, the game changers, like I could see that.
Yeah, maybe they'll like be able to invent like some new technology because they never were bullied, because they never had to go to a school.
They just had total confidence the entire time.
That's right.
If we get the first person with like just 100% full self-esteem, like that's like the key to everything.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that say, oh, what happened to bullying? It's making kids soft. But maybe we'll see now. Now kids aren't going to be bullied unless they're cyberbullied because they're not going to be interacting with each other for a while here. So we'll see.
Oh, the cyberbullying's about to be crazy.
Yeah. Like, bitch has COVID over here.
Just getting roasted by Zoom. Like
that's right, yeah.
Kids are going to get man, this kid's internet connection is dog shit. I bet he has no bandwidth.
This kid's connection's choppier than a motherfucker. He's still running on 56K over here. Look at this bitch. 56K up in this house, having ass.
He's using MS Paint like a bitch. Dude, what was that downhill? Remember that downhill ski game on on the computer?
Yes.
Oh, dude, that
game was tough.
And after it was. Eventually, if you got really far down, like this abominable snowman would come out and just eat you.
That's right, yeah.
If you remember.
If you were doing too well.
It's like you could, yeah.
If you were Peekaboo Street out there. That's right.
Shout out to Peekaboo Street.
Sorry,
man.
I stepped on you there. I just had to get that street reference.
Oh, no, man. Shout out to Peekaboo Street. I met her and Brian Grant at the same day outside of a G.I. Joe's in Beaverton.
It's separate occasions.
Yeah. No, it was the same day.
Oh, but no, like it was separate bumpins. Like you bumped into together.
No, I'm not like you casually bumping into senators and shit. It was a part of like whatever some charity shit.
Oh, okay.
Brian Grant was raising money for Parkinson's awareness or some some bullshit. But,
you didn't even have Parkinson's at the time. It was crazy.
He donated so much money to Parkinson's research. Parkinson's was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to come at you.
This. Oh, my God. That's so horrible.
That's why people don't donate to causes
too much
until they've been affected. By it.
Or else you're tempting fate.
Because you run the risk. Like, man, Bill Gates, man, malaria is coming for his ass, man. Like,
typhoid is coming for Bill Gates' ass.
Typhoid has a picture of Bill Gates on like on the wall, and it's like throwing fucking knives at and shit.
It's like he has like a AIDS has like a Steve Buscemi kill list in Billy Madison. Bono, number 1.
Yeah.
You gotta get Bono.
AIDS is like eating an apple with a knife, like cutting out pieces, just getting stronger, man.
Yeah. What was Jerry's kids? That's a smorgasbord. Yeah. Jerry, kind of puts our theory to rest. Jerry Lewis lived for a long ass time trying to fight all the diseases that he didn't have. So
he's the exception that proves the rule, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I always confused Jerry Lewis with Jerry Lee Lewis.
Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, I always confuse the two.
Well, it's not hard to confuse them. It's like but
like it's very different. Like Great Balls of Fire, like he married his like 12-year-old daughter or something. Or he didn't marry his daughter. I'm being but it was like a young like cousin or something.
Okay.
Like, anyways, rock and roll, very, very different. But
I don't know. That's not too different than Jerry Lewis. Isn't Jerry Lewis? He was he was kind of a crazy guy for his time.
Oh yeah, honestly, I don't know too much about either of these dudes. These are
I don't either.
Old-ass references. We're losing our TikTok crowd right now.
But
they're like, who?
But it's like Michael J. Fox. He had to put the J in there because there was another Michael Fox. But no one knows who that Michael Fox is.
Damn. That Michael Fox has to, like, anytime he rents a car, he lets people down. Like, he shows up. Like, Michael Fox is like, they're like, no, I don't even have the J.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be like a 1 in 26 chance it's gonna be the Michael J. Fox.
No, man, I'm Michael K. Fox. Different dude.
So close, one letter off, man.
Yeah, that poor son of a bitch. You go and create michaelkfox.com. Just buy that. Just banking on that typo.
Yeah, just banking on typos. That would get you. I don't know. I guess can there only be one person with a name in the Actors Guild? Is that why they do it? Is that why they have to like put in the middle initial? Or is it just because it sounds cooler with the middle initial sometimes?
I imagine there are probably cases where there's already a name, but I think a lot of times with that, it's just you put the initial or whatever because you think it sounds better.
Right.
And J works, like,
because it's a name.
And that's like but also, like, I mean, that's a more subtle take on like a stage name or persona, just adding an initial or whatever, just using it.
Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe I should start doing Max T Fortune. That's my Twitter handle because, some douchebag took Max Fortune. But yeah.
Dude, when I was attending community college in the pursuit of a graphic design degree.
Sure.
I remember I checked to see if DylanJenkins.com was available.
Yeah.
And it's another graphic designer that lives in Georgia that like already had multiple degrees and shit, and like this huge portfolio. And so I'm like, fuck, I'm literally gonna be another Dylan Jenkins graphic designer. Like, that was just, I was like, damn, I am not original at all.
Nothing about me is original, man.
Nothing, not a goddamn thing.
Yeah. When did the dream of becoming a graphic designer die? Right then, or did it take a little while longer? Or is it still alive?
I mean, I love like creating like art and like drawing and shit, but as a pursuit of a job, it was like once I decided I wanted to try to pursue stand-up.
Okay.
Which, as we can see, worked out great. That was when I made the decision, I didn't want to half-ass it, I wanted to try and go all in.
Right. Oh, hey, tell us the saga of your, you had a little 3-act play happen this week with you and your Anthony Bourdain drawing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That, like, dude, that was... Okay, so I'm sure, like, if you listen, the listeners of the podcast, like, know from Instagram, whatever the fuck, for the last, like, 3 months, I've been working on a digital drawing of Anthony Bourdain, and
hey,
I've spent a lot of time.
Yeah, so why is it taking you 3 months to do this drawing? Like, what is it just you being a perfectionist, or like what is going on? Why is it taking you 3 months to do a drawing?
I appreciate the tone of the question. No, like, this is my first time trying to go for like a somewhat like photorealistic result.
Oh,
like,
okay.
This is my first time going for that effect, and it's also my first time very detailed project, like with drawing in Photoshop on this tablet. It's like my first first time doing it, and so
right, because it looks exactly like a picture. I saw the picture. I know it's not completed yet, but it's crazy how much it looks like a picture of Anthony Bourdain. So it's not.
Yeah,
there's not a picture you're drawing over. It's just, how are you drawing the picture?
No, well, I guess like I'm drawing over another picture.
Okay,
like I'm using a picture as a reference, but I'm drawing a separate layer over it.
I see.
And then it's like going in like really small details, like just doing like little pieces of color, like it's just make like 1,000 little. It's kind of like it's like a very detailed mosaic drawing. And so, anyways, like it's also like I know I'm probably using Photoshop in an incredibly inefficient way. Like I know like once I learn more about how the fucking that app like works, the program works, I'll be able to do it quicker, better, whatever. But this is just me being kind of like stubborn, like wanting to finish something in just a simple as I know how to use it now. And so then, like, you know, and then a fucking big part of it is like you can. I didn't know you could enable cloud storage like from the very beginning.
So you were just saving. Yeah. So you've been working on this for 3 months.
3 months saving it on my computer, and fucking last week, I go to open up Photoshop, and it was just saying that there wasn't enough memory left on my computer to even open the program, and so I went through like I just deleted a bunch of I deleted like 15 gigabytes worth of podcasts that I didn't even realize had been downloading onto my computer.
Right.
And so like, and then I deleted that shit, and then like I emptied the trash, and then when I had to re-update Photoshop, like all the stuff that was normally on the home screen was just gone.
Whoa.
Like just
it's all gone.
Everything
just like a brand new
program.
All gone.
Yeah, just like, hey, welcome to this for the first time. And what like the level of like panic and just dread like just spiked in me like 100%, like just was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, and then I went like to look in Photoshop for where I had seen these files before. There was nothing. Like I was searching on my Finder on my laptop, and just I just like fucking just I was fucked up. Like it was like I had just gotten like a new pet and then it died. Like that was kind of the like emotionally, and just fucking broke down. And so essentially for about 20 hours, I thought that everything I had worked on this drawing was like completely gone, and that I didn't even like. I just had a screenshot of it. I didn't like that thing that I was able to post. Like it wasn't like a high resolution version of it, and so it was just like kind of going through all the grief stages, just an acceptance.
You posted a obit on Facebook about it. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah, man, dude, I can't tell. Like, that's what I felt. Like, it felt like because it was just like this is the only thing I have to show for any creative output since aside from this podcast.
Sure, yeah, you wouldn't want to disparage this brilliant podcast we do.
No, but it was the only sort of representation of any sort of creative thing for the last like 3 months, and so it was just kind of like.
Fuck, it's all gone.
it just yeah, and so I was incredibly sad, and it was fucked up, and yeah, but then I was able to search like through the cloud storage, and I was able to recover a fucking a version.
Wait, so I thought you talked to someone from Adobe Photoshop and they helped you out and they helped restore the picture. No, you did it all. You found it yourself?
No, I had my experience with like trying. I texted back and forth with the Adobe. Like, so when you open up Photoshop and they have like you can chat with someone
right
wherever, and so I did that, and they weren't like I wasn't able to communicate my problem with them, and like, because I'm dumb with all this shit.
No,
like,
but that stuff never works. I was doing that with PayPal the other day. It's just like you're talking to a new person every message. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. And so and then I was like, I had gone through all, like, searching through all this shit, and then I found it in the download storage of the cloud. And like, so I was able to find an old save of it.
Right.
So like, I lost some progress, but literally, like, it felt like the weight of the world was off my shoulders recovering some of the shit. Like, it went from full acceptance of, like, this project is gone, it's fucking done, to, okay, I like, the relief was fucking tremendous. Like, I haven't, so like, that's, I'm back working on it, finishing it up, and thinking, also, like, realizing, like, I need to be better at saving shit. Like, I've got an external hard drive. I'm just like, I wasn't backing it up on that. Like, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I don't back up anything. You know, your phone runs out of storage like 2 weeks after you get it, and then it keeps asking you if you want to back it up on the cloud. I'm always like, nah.
Yeah.
If I lose it, I lose it.
Yeah. And dude, I swear, I'm so stupid. Like, I like have to learn things the hard way. Like, that's the only way. That's like the only way shit gets to me. Like, I'm so bad at, you know, taking care of things in, like, a timely manner or whatever. But anyway, so long story short, well, yeah, like, God, that post is fucking embarrassing as fuck. I need to get off of all social media.
Well, no, come on. You're not one of these egregious posters. So when you post something like, hey, this is something that's happened to me, I know it's big. And Facebook knows it's big too, because you show up first in everybody's feed, I bet, because you post so infrequently, you know, so.
Yeah.
So
that's like, because like people overpost on
that's
shit,
what I
man.
mean. And so if someone like you that doesn't post and they're posting, then we know, oh, this is a big deal. This is a big Anthony Bourdain picture we're looking at here.
Yeah, man. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, it was so funny because he was like, he was being very nice to me, and like he was like consoling me, but like he compared it to a project that he had, like, something broke. He was like, yeah, man, I had spent like 9 hours on that too, you know. So like, I get it, and I was just like yeah, 9 hours. So
a day of work.
Yeah, a day.
A day and like 1 hour overtime you put in.
Yeah. It was hilarious. But I like really like to go from thinking like it went from all hope is lost, like fuck it, to okay, I can just the change from feeling like shit to feeling good was monumental.
Yeah.
And also like this is like it made me appreciate just creating things more, and I want to become more efficient at it and do better work. So shit worked out.
Yep. That's a lesson we all have to learn. Save your shit. Control S.
Save it. Save your shit.
Yeah, but it's like you didn't know it was going to disappear when you restarted Photoshop, or else you wouldn't have updated Photoshop. No. So that's
because like and I was saving it, but also like I realized I wasn't aware of exactly where on my computer I was saving it.
Right.
Like that save menu pops up, and you just assume like, okay, save, like it's the default, like that's going to be good.
Yes.
When it's like, and so that's also why it's like so frustrating, like because it's like, yeah, I'm just so stupid with all that stuff. But
yeah, it's not worth learning, honestly. All that computer stuff, you know, it's not like computers are a fad. They'll fade away pretty soon here, any minute now. Just like stand-up.
Yeah, it's done.
There's a lot of fads that come and go. I would say stand-up had a good, when you think about it, if this is the end of stand-up, it had like a good, I mean, it had been around probably for almost 100 years, but I think it's only reached its peak in like maybe the last 30.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's over. And I think it was getting worse anyways. I think there was like really like just one generation of like really good comics, and they all got canceled for various things, and it was comedy was already going down. I don't know why I got on this tangent, but I don't know.
Well, it's funny. Like we were talking about, like how in New York they're doing outdoor shows, like
right,
and how like right now, like at the beginning, like when stand-up was a thing, like pre-COVID, the idea of outdoor shows suck.
Yeah,
like, there's just
they do that like one every year in San Francisco, and it looks like it blows. Like they'll just have anybody up on the stage up in Golden Gate Park or whatever. That is like Robin Williams used to put it on. And look what happened to him. So, couldn't have been that great. But yes, outdoor comedy sucks.
Man, the irony of Robin Williams killing himself, like you go to the remember like in Good Will Hunting, like his Academy Award winning performance where he's like, it's not your fault.
Right.
It's not your fault. Well, in the end, it was literally his fault. Like that's sad.
I shouldn't be laughing.
but like in the end, do you think like someone should have just played him that clip of himself saying it's not your fault,
right,
to him?
Yeah. Hey.
Anyways.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways.
No. Continue. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I did a show. I've told you guys off air, but I did a comedy show the day Robin Williams died, and it was basically like an outdoor show. It was just like in a bar during the middle of the day, in the summer. And it was one of these shows where there's just like tons of TVs all around, and they weren't turning off the TVs. So I was the first.
So they're all in memoriam? Was it all just on the TV?
No. It had nothing to do with Robin Williams on the screen. I'm an idiot but it was showing like it was like the end of The Fugitive. And then it went into like one of the Indiana Jones movies. Like it was like a Harrison Ford marathon.
A Harrison Ford block.
So my first joke when I got on stage is like, what's with this Harrison Ford marathon? Did he die today too? Like what's going on? Nothing. Zero.
Oh.
But they turned off the TVs after that at least. So
nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that was worth it. Oh man, that's hilarious. But good on you for like making a bold decision, fucking coming out, addressing the elephant in the room. It's a comedy show. A comedy god has died. Like, you gotta say something.
Yeah, well, actually, I wasn't the first person to bring it up because the host of the show actually gave like a speech about it that was not funny at all. And at one point, she was crying, talking about Robin Williams dying.
Opening the show
before
crying.
She brought me up, yeah. So I was in quite a hole.
Yeah, normally people are crying after you've done your set,
right? Yes,
that's normally. I've seen many hosts of comedy shows in tears after Max Fortune does his
tears
set.
of laughter. We're talking about though, right? Talking tears of laughter.
It depends on the set. I've seen it go both ways.
I don't think I've made anybody literally cry. Can't think of it.
No,
Maybe
man.
I don't know.
Now obviously it was much less, not as big of a deal as Robin Williams, but when Harold Ramis died, remember Egon from Ghostbusters?
Okay, yeah. I didn't know he died.
Yeah, well, neither did the people at the Brody open mic the night it happened. But the night it happened, I went up. I remember, I said, "Well, it looks like Egon's collections of spores, molds, and funguses is about to get much more extensive." Because he's dead and he's going to rot, turn into
got it. I got it. I wouldn't have laughed though because I wouldn't known who you were talking about or that he had died. Maybe that was why people didn't laugh.
Yeah.
But
yep.
So, anyways, Dylan, are you jonesing to do an outdoor show, or do you see it and you're like, you can miss me with the outdoor stuff?
No, man, I'm jonesing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm Jones. Like just like missing doing stand up. Like has been.
Have you written any jokes
sucks.
during the quarantine or during the pandemic?
No, and so that's like that's a problem. Like, yeah, I've been thinking about like at the whole like being an essential employee and like. But like now that like the post office is getting all the love, just being kind of jealous,
Yeah.
So like I got to write a bit about that,
So you have a premise, but you haven't fleshed out any of these.
Well, yeah, and like I just
because there's no pressure there's no pressure to flesh it out,
There's no pressure and there's like no like opportunity to like. I mean, also, I do feel like as much as like I'm jonesing to do it, like I am still very, like, wary and concerned about, like, any, COVID-related shit. Like, that. Like, I'm still, like...
Of material
like,
or
shit
at
happening.
the show?
Oh, no, just at the show.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Like... But, I mean, obviously, like, there are things happening. Like, if I really wanted to, I could be out there, like, making shit happen, but... I don't know, it just goes back to that comedian insecurity of just like, man, I don't even want to do the show. I just want them to ask me to do it.
That's right. Yeah, I want them to ask me to risk my life and the life of others to go do a 7-minute spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for being the voice of reason, because that part is just the voice of my shoulder. It's like, oh man, yeah, no, just go out and do it, man.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're doing so much other stuff now. Like restaurants are open, bars are open. Like, what's the difference if there's a comedy show? Like, it's not going to be adding.
Oh, dude,
to the pandemic.
I had ordered some Thai food by this place for my work, and I go to pick it up, and like they were behind, like they were backed up, and like so. There were a bunch of people waiting outside, and I realized I was the only person there that was picking up food for myself. Like everyone else there, they were all like, driving for, like, goddamn it, all,
DoorDash,
Grubhub,
Uber Eats,
DoorDash,
Caviar.
Yeah. And man, like it was such like our level of frustration was so different, because I was just like, oh man, I wish I had this pad see ew right now, but I'll get it in a little, like, they were all fucking stressed the fuck out. Like it was strange. Like I was the only one there for the love of the game,
Right. Yeah, it seems like they haven't.
I'm not a hired gun.
Exactly. Seems like they haven't quite figured that out. The whole like order something through an app from a restaurant and then someone else goes and picks it up for you. It's like it seems like a simple concept, but that just that little thing of
there's a lot of moving pieces.
Having someone else go pick up the food, it always gets fucked up. Like whenever I'm at a restaurant and I see like an Uber Eats guy try to pick something up, at the counter, there's always it's always a ordeal.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't I don't use any of those, like I don't use any of those apps for that. Like I call in the order and I go pick it up myself.
Yeah, me too. But I'm not going to pay like $4 or whatever it is. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're just getting it for yourself. You feel like, I don't know. I'm not eating expensive foods, so that $4 extra is like that's like a 50% markup on my burrito right there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that, and there's always like, like who knows, like whoever's ordering this shit is just like, oh yeah, well actually I do want guacamole on my burrito. And it's like the person like has to say that, like, I don't know, it just seems like all this, none of the people waiting seemed too happy. Like it seemed very rough.
Yeah.
But
rough gig.
But also like with like dealing like with people like doing online shopping at the grocery store that I work, like interacting with the online shoppers, like there's just so much of our shit that like isn't even coming in. So like someone's like, a woman had like checked that she wanted like bologna, and like we didn't even sell bologna. And so like the guy is like, well, what's the next best option? I'm like, I don't know, ham. And he was like, that sounds good. And so he's like, click, he just grabbed ham.
Oh, damn. I feel like that's an upgrade, man. Unless you really want bologna.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, one man's ham is another man's bologna.
Yeah. I feel like bologna is just trying to imitate ham. Like, that's all it is. It's just imitation ham.
Yeah, but it's like more, But it's like, hey, man, I'm not ham, I'm pig butthole, but I'm just as good as ham, playboy. You know, like.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste. If you grew up eating bologna, you'd probably like it over ham. Probably tastes better to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. Like, I'll fuck with a bologna sandwich. Like, I haven't bought bologna in some time, but, you know, I'm not above
Spam? Is Spam above bologna or below bologna on the ham product hierarchy?
Oh, you know, I think, shit, that's a good question.
Because Spam is incorporated, you know, like in Hawaiian food. It can be, or Asian food. It's you know, they fuck with Spam.
Yeah.
But then you got your fried bologna sandwich, you know, too, from the, you know, the white side of things, white cuisine.
Yeah. Fried bologna is the shit, you know, if you're into it. And like also like, but I feel like Spam some people aren't gonna be down just because it's a canned meat. Like that's but at the same time, like I remember at times like looking down at Spam because it's in a can, but then I had no problem eating tuna fish, like canned tuna.
That's right.
You know, so it's all that shit. Like I don't fuck with tuna out of pouches, man. I want it out of a can. Get that pouch shit out of here.
But then you got the tuna steak. You know, tuna can be really high end or super low end.
Yeah. It's like the whole spectrum.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tuna's weird. Tuna can be like $15 a pound. Or like, you know, $2 a pound.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, it can either be like the prime top shelf tuna, or it could just be like tuna, you know, just like assorted sea meats.
Yeah. Is tuna like a cow? Like, does it have different cuts? A tuna? I feel like...
No, I think it's just like a big ass fish. Like some tunas, like there's no dolphin in this tuna.
Right.
You know? You got to imagine, like, you're catching, like, fish in mass. Like, there's going to be some non-tuna fish in there. Like, some other fish that are just rolling.
Yeah. But I feel like if there is dolphin in the tuna, that should up the price. That would be
absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little more exotic, more rare, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tuna.
You get smarter. You're eating a smarter animal.
Yeah. I think dolphin by the pound has got to be a lot more expensive than tuna, so...
Oh, absolutely. Dolphin is like veal tuna.
Right.
You know, just very, like, man, like some supervillain shit, like eating dolphin, like exclusively. Because, like, we know they can communicate and they're all smart and lovable. But it's like, nah, I only eat dolphin.
We got dolphin steaks on the menu tonight, baby. That's on the secret menu.
Yeah.
Dolphin
burger. That's the animal style. Yeah. Let me get 2 dolphins.
I only eat intelligent animals, you know.
Yeah.
Blue whale. I got elephant.
Yeah. Dude, definitely. Yeah. Elephant can remember. You keep the elephant alive and it remembers you, like, each time you come and take a little piece of it.
Yeah, you could do that. You could hunk off a nice chunk of elephant and have it stay alive, you know? You could have a couple steaks a week, man, and keep that thing alive.
Yeah.
Elephant tail, ooh, fry that up.
Yeah, imagine the bone marrow of an elephant, like it's lived a whole life.
Yeah,
you're just consuming like oh yeah, this is elephant marrow.
Yeah, that would come in like a 2-liter bottle. That's a lot of marrow.
Yeah, man, with the wide mouth, you know.
That's a 3-liter. I miss the 3 liters. Are those illegal? The 3-liter?
They gotta be. They gotta be like more. I think they're ethically illegal. Like, look, that's the line.
Yeah.
Dude, a 3-liter is not fucking around.
But those used to be around more? I feel like you don't see them anymore. Maybe I'm not shopping at the right stores.
Yeah, I think you're not looking low enough on the shelf at Winco.
Right. I don't go to Winco anymore. Yeah, that's true. I used to be all about Winco.
Man, but, no doubt. Maybe like you look if you go next time you see Ron Wyden, you look in his cart, you see he's got a 3-liter bottle of elephant marrow, and he's just like, "Oh no, this is just for research." I'm not.
That's some DC insider DC shit.
Yeah,
right there.
You get elected, you become a senator, you go your first meal, they're like, yeah, we've got these dolphin steaks for you, sir.
Yep.
You know, they're just like, damn, we're balling.
Pony chops.
All that
we
shit.
got pony chops for you. only the most adorable ponies went into making these pony chops.
Oh, I love it. What are some other adorable animals? Like, hey man, we got these koala strips.
Yeah.
I guess they got syphilis.
Yeah. I don't know. What were we talking about before this though? Comedy. I wanted to ask you, like, where do you see you in stand-up like a year from now? Do you think you'll be doing stand-up or?
Yes, like hopefully, like I hope so. I think like a year from now would be just like trying to get back to my chops from 7 months ago.
Right.
Like I feel like so hopefully like a year from now I can be back to, where I was in February.
Yeah, so pretty bad. We know.
Yeah. Dude, that's the thing. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, fuck, like it's been since March. I haven't done.
It's crazy.
It's like kind of like a thing of like dealing with the thing that became like my identity.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, this is like what I do. This is what makes me the most happy. And it's like, and then like that's just like all gone. Like I know everyone's like losing shit, but it's just like,
yeah,
it's like fuck. I'm just another dude.
Just another 9-to-5er. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But deep down, that's not who you are, and you're a podcaster now. We're all podcasters now, so we got that going.
Hell
for
yeah,
us.
baby!
And you just gotta power through, I guess. But I think we're about good. We did a good job, I think, here with.
Oh shit, yeah. We're at an hour 6. We did it, man.
We did it, man. It was fun. It was way more fun just doing it with you and not having Jake here, but he'll be back. No, I'm just kidding. We did I did miss the Jake dynamic of this, and it's the reason why it's a 3-person pod. And as you can tell now, I'm really bad at signing off on podcasts. I'm signing off like it's a eulogy of some sort, but
yeah, like we're like it's been an honor. Like the Titanic is sinking.
Right, yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I don't usually do this part.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Okay. You want me to take the reins?
Yeah, go ahead. You suck us off here at the end here.
I'm the closer, man. I come in, just take it in the mouth. All right. Well, shit, everyone, thank you all so much for listening. Shout out to producer Jack putting this shit together, as always. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week with Jake and other stuff. If you like the podcast, please leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to it. Helps us out, all that fun shit. Thank you all for listening, and have a good fucking week. Peace.